Welcome to, this is the facade outside the studio in White Rock, British Columbia, and I'm Johan Prost. I'm your host from coast to coast to coast, or as you may say, whiterockreporter.com. Now I'm visiting with a lady here that I'm going to ask kindly for her to introduce herself. But first let me say that on the 25th of October 2010, as you can see here, there is obviously the International Artists' Day, which you have read about on the blog here, and you probably can go to Google and find out more about that. Now, this place is open, and I don't know how much you can see of these beautiful art pieces around here. Oh, there are the birches, and here I'm going to, MacClure. And here's the lady I would like to introduce you to, and please tell us a little about your gorgeous career here, being the wife of another person that we know of course, your husband.
Chris MacClure.
Yes, and your name is?
I'm Marilyn Hurst.
And can I ask you to speak up a little more so that we don't get lost among those birches that we have here?
And the noise on the street. I'm Marilyn Hurst.
That's wonderful.
And I've been painting since 1990. After a lot of personal crisis in my life, I decided to take up painting, and since that time my travels have taken me to Mexico, where in Cabos and Lucas I learned to paint, running a gallery. And
you have a gallery there. That's interesting. If we could mention and just hang on to that for the moment. It's great. It's called the Cactus.
The Golden Cactus Gallery, Cabos and Lucas.
The Golden Cactus Gallery in Cabos and Lucas, in Mexico.
In Mexico.
And of course, I know you speak fluent Spanish, do you?
Yeah, right. I wish I did.
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful language. It sounds very temperamental. Now, an example is your genre, your painting here. If I look to the left here, beautiful.
What I was going for is to try to incorporate the colors and feelings of Mexico and bring that into North America, up into more the Pacific Northwest. So I chose mostly the birch tree series and fall colors, and they seem to be very popular. So that's what we have.
In the afternoon here.
The vibrancy of Mexico in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, that's beautiful. Now, tell us a little about, I know, isn't that wonderful with the acoustic phenomenals going on? It is a lively place compared to when I came here 22 years ago to White Rock from Scandinavia, and I certainly have adapted, I hope. And right now I have the pleasure to tell you that I certainly would love for you to tell me about the International Artist Day.
That was started by Chris MacClure about 5 years ago. He took it on as a personal project to bring awareness to the world of the contribution artists have made to our individual life on a day-to-day basis. Most people haven't grown up with art in North America. Unlike Europeans, they seem to be a little more culturally adept than North Americans.
Are you telling me that Europeans are culturally more savvy?
I think they are. I've been to Europe a lot, and I think they're just steeped in the cultures of their countries and other countries. It
could be the interaction between the countries. I mean, Europe is small in comparison to the great continents of Canada and North America.
Much older. It's a very established.
Yeah, it's obviously yes, it is older, and as age, everything progresses, and that's fine. Now, what happens here? Is this the third? How many years have we had this? International Artist Day.
It was started 5 years ago. This year, we think we've seen a huge takeoff in mainstream North America with the concept of International Artist Day, and in fact, there's a doll that's being made in the United States and marketed, La Lucy doll, that one of the dolls is splatter paint doll, and her birthday is International Artist Day, which is October 25th, and they market it like that. So I think it's now becoming a little more mainstream. Hopefully, as each year progresses, it'll be more and more part of our culture.
The fact is that I understand it has become very international.
Very more so even than in North America. India, Nepal, Pakistan, China, Taiwan, Thailand, all around the world. Australia, New Zealand.
Oh, that's great.
Groups all over the world now starting to celebrate International Arts Day.
And you know, I have a funny one. Every time I have an important interview to be made, the train is coming.
I know it's...
The train, the beautiful train is coming down the track. And I don't know. I feel almost like, I don't know. But, you know, there are many things here. Where are you born?
I was born in Vancouver.
You are born in Vancouver, yeah. And how did you meet your partner here?
I actually met him in the studio here in 1990. I decided to take some painting lessons. And that's how I met Chris.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, you spend a good portion of the year, 4 or 5 months or whatever, in Mexico, in Cabos, San Lucas.
We do.
And then the best part here on Marine Drive here on the Semiahmoo Peninsula, I call this the seaside. I hate to call it the waterfront for the simple reason that right now it sounds like a real waterfront, industrial, lots of noise. But I see this as the absolute utmost in the way of a seaside, because people love seasides.
It's a delightful place to be.
It has been a busy day. We are on the 17th of October 2010, and shouldn't we say something about the weather, because it has been unusual.
Perfect.
I mean,
absolutely.
Everybody, like in England, they talk about the weather. Very few do anything about it.
Yeah.
However, is there anything you would like to say to greet the people, and any contact information that you would like to convey?
Well, if people want to know more about International Artist Day, just go online, internationalartistday.com. And if they want to know anything about Chris MacClure, same thing, and myself, MarilynHurst.com. You can see our paintings online if you like.
You have this marvelous website over in Cabos, San Lucas, right?
GoldenCactusGallery.com.
GoldenCactusGallery.com.
A little story about the Golden Cactus Gallery.
Yeah.
We were sitting on the beach in Cabos, San Lucas, and the sun was just about like now, and it was just going behind the hill. Behind us, we turned to look, and there was a cactus by itself against the blue sky, and the sun behind it made it glow absolutely golden, with just rays flying out of it. And at that time we decided we wanted to open a gallery, and when we did, we would call it the Golden Cactus Gallery. That's how it got its name.
Marilyn, I know you're established here after the years you have been producing, and it's great to have had you on board like this, and I thank you very much for participating on the Candid Video for whiterockreporter.com. Thank you very much.
Happy Artist Day.
Thank you.